Hello everybody, back on Bullion here, and welcome to episode 67 of In Focus Friday. So last week we had a look at the big chunky 10-ounce kookaburra. Really interesting coin in terms of the split opinion that it has in the market about design. Personally, I like it. I think it's very, very cool, but it's not on the top of the list for a lot of people. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please do go have a look. The link is in the description below. So last week, as you can see, the vote went in favour of the Sovereign. The Queen's Peace Unicorn was in a close second, so thank you for voting if you did. There will be a vote at the end of this episode, so make sure you stick around and cast your vote for next week's item. But as I said, this week we're going to have a look at the 2017 Sovereign. This is the new Sovereign which I picked up for my own kind of longer term pension stack. It is a kind of just a bullion grade BU Sovereign, nothing special. So you can see there's a few little marks on there or dust specks that have managed to catch the coin, but really it's just there as kind of cheap investment grade bullion gold. It's nothing more than that. I really like these coins. I think they're very cool in terms of their size. You know, the size is just right. You can see here, let's just get it out and have a look. Let's be honest, it's just bullion grade gold. So you can see it's a good sort of little thickness. It's about just under a quarter of an ounce of gold. So in terms of the raw ounceage, it's 0.235, I think, or thereabouts, depending on how worn they are. But this obviously is a brand new one. It's 22 karat gold, and it's I think about 22 millimeters, just over 22 millimeters in diameter. So it's a good size coin. You know, it's a good size investment to have. I think it looks fantastic, and it's got the traditional Pastrucci St. George and the Dragon design there, which is the sort of timeless classic that we've seen used most on sovereigns throughout the 200 years that they have been around. So in terms of a little bit of history on the Sovereign, so the Sovereign, as I said, has been around 200 years. It was introduced in 1817, so this year was a very special year, the anniversary year of the 200th, or the 200th anniversary of the Sovereign. So we've seen lots of different releases of the Sovereign this year to commemorate that. And I've talked a little bit about Sovereigns and the sort of Royal Mint opportunistic tactics around them this year already, so I'm not going to go into too much more detail about that. But here is just a bullion grade one, so it's not too much of a problem for the Royal Mint to produce these. But yes, you know, Sovereigns are incredibly popular, and that's part of the reason I think why the Royal Mint was also kind of cashing in on that popularity. You know, they weren't actually that popular right at the start when they were made in 1817. They were there to kind of go alongside and almost replace the sort of guinea, the gold guinea version that was basically in circulation. So at the time, this was given a denomination of £1, 20 shillings, 20 shillings, which is £1, not £1, 20 shillings. And it wasn't taken up that well. You know, people didn't like them, felt they weren't quite right for kind of, you know, just generally in the sort of coinage of the United Kingdom. However, time went on, people got used to them, people liked them. I think it's the same here in the UK. You know, we've got a new pound coin. People didn't like them at first, but now you just get on with it and you just use it and you just enjoy it. But yes, we had you know, not so much popularity there, but 200 years later, these are some of the most popular coins out there for collectors, for investors, certainly in the UK. Because they are an old UK coin and they had a denomination of £1, they are capital gains tax exempt here in the UK, which is a very important thing if you're stacking good quantities of gold for the future. And that's something that's very popular. You know, the size as well makes it a very popular item, simply because of the you know, the amount of money that you have to plough in to buy one of them. If you have to just buy 1 ounce gold coins, you have to put in, you know, nearly £1,000 sometimes. Whereas this is about £220, £230 at the moment, brand new. And you can buy lots of old sovereigns for good prices as well. In fact, I've got an old sovereign here to show you side by side. And this is very cool to kind of have a look at, the old and the new. You know, you can see the difference in toning and colour there. And that's just from 150 years worth of, you know, wear and circulation. These coins, remember, were actually used as currency in circulation. So they've been, you know, in people's money bags, in people's pockets, or gosh knows where, for nearly 150 years. So it's really kind of cool to see the difference in the way these look in the, you know, from the past to present, and you kind of just wonder what this 1879 sovereign would have looked like completely brand new back in the day. But yeah, I am a big fan of sovereigns generally. I'm not one that's going to go back and sort of backdate and try and get a date run of every single sovereign that's ever existed. That's kind of well out of my reach, I think. But generally speaking, you know, picking up investment grade sovereigns for the future is a good step for me and for probably many other gold investors in the UK, and it's something that I think I'll continue to do when I find them. But yeah, I think this is really cool. Do let me know your thoughts. Let me know if it's something that you have invested in as well, if you've got sovereigns. For those of you over in America, let me know if they are popular with you guys. Let me know if they're common over in America. Do you guys buy them? Do you have any issues around tax about buying them and things like that because they're foreign coins? It'd be very interesting to find out your thoughts and opinions on them from across the big wide pond. So that is the sovereign out of the way. Now the votes for next week, here we have returning the Queen's Beast Unicorn, and this is the proof version. But what I'd like to do, if that was selected by you guys, is to do a sort of side-by-side comparison with the Bullion version. So if you would like to see that, please vote Unicorn. Returning from last week as well, we have the 2-ounce Metals Mafia bar. Very nice hand-poured bar. Be good to have a close look at that and talk about Metals Mafia as well. And then the last new addition this week is the Rwandan Lunar Dog. This is one that I've picked up from the recent giant unboxing that we did last weekend. And if you haven't checked that out yet, please do go have a look, because that is a very, very, very fun video indeed. So if you'd like to see that, then please do vote for the dog. Otherwise, all that's left for me to say really is, if you like this video, thumbs up, share it around on social media, that would be very helpful indeed. Subscribe if you haven't already, hit the alarm bell if you want to get notifications when I upload future videos. Otherwise, all that's left for me to say is have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.